We hear farmer children are not interested into agriculture. Today we have a unique special personality, a son of a farmer who occupied the highest position in Indian hierarchy. I mean the former Chief Justice of India, for Justice P. Sathasivam sir. He became the governor of Kerala. After occupying all these important positions, somewhere in his dil, it was always farm. He went back to his farm, and now he is an icon for Indian agriculture, farmers. So we have this honorable person as our guest today. Let us listen to him. What inspires him, what aspires him to go back to agriculture and be in a small village in Europe and engage every day in agriculture. Let us hear this inspiring story of our great leader, Chief Justice P. Sathasivam sir. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Dominic. It is a good opportunity for me to interact with you, since you are dealing with the problems of our farmers. As far as I am concerned, I come from a farming community. Traditionally, my forefathers, father and everybody, all they dependent on my lands only. Whatever we get from our lands, that is the main cause for continuing our life. I studied in a government school in my own village in Tamil medium. I studied in a government school up to +2 in the nearby village. Thereafter, after graduation, I joined a government law college at Chennai. That was the only college at that time, only law college at that time in Tamil Nadu. Then I finished my law degree in the year 1973. Then I started practicing in the High Court, Madras. Since I studied only in Tamil medium, I started subscribing English newspaper to my room. I started reading English first page to last page to develop a language. Then I served as a lawyer. Then I joined as a law officer of a state government. Then at the age of 45 plus, nearing 46, I was considered for the judgeship of the High Court. Very rare occasion, because normally they consider after 47 or 48. Then after more than a decade serving at Madras High Court, I was transferred to Punjab and Haryana. There I spent 7 months. The original understanding was I will be made as a Chief Justice of Punjab and Haryana High Court. But God has decided other way. After some time, I was directly elevated to Supreme Court as one of the judges of the Supreme Court. Then in the year 2013, I was appointed as a 40th Chief Justice of India, Chief Justice of Supreme Court. Then I got an opportunity to serve nearly 9 months as Chief Justice of India, as head of the judiciary. During my period, I delivered several judgments. It is not the occasion to mention, but whenever I get an opportunity to interact with the advocates, bar members, court functions and convocations of leading colleges, I used to mention those cases. Then after retirement, even on the farewell address, that is on 26/4/2014, I informed the August gathering in the presence of media persons. Since I come from a farming community, after retirement, I want to continue my farming, so I may stay for 1 or 2 weeks in Delhi. Now we started packing. We may, myself and my wife, we may go and settle in my village. Likewise, within 2 weeks, after sending our household materials to our village, we returned to our village and settled there. That happened in the month of April 2014. Of course, I started regular farming work. Immediately, because why I started concentrating my farming work, I am having two sons. First son, Srinivasan, he studied a Bachelor of Engineering, BE at Coimbatore. Then he continued his MSIT at Queensland University, Australia. From there, he secured a job in American Express and settled in United States. By that time, married. So he settled and earned more than 15 years at States. Then my second son, he studied hotel management. Of course, he is not interested in that. He started helping me in farming. But after some time, maybe after 10 years of his marriage, we got one grandson through him. In order to make him study in a good school, I purchased a flat in Erode, which is my district headquarters. And they shifted, my second son and my daughter-in-law shifted to Erode. In other words, on the date of my retirement, I have no other, no one is there to look after my lands. My father allotted 15 acres in the partition. We have 3 brothers, elder, younger, I am the middle. By virtue of my earnings, I purchased 10 acres nearby agricultural lands. My first son, from his earnings, he purchased 5 acres. Totally, as on date, we are having 30 acres of land. So I started modernizing the farming position. Instead of, before that, in my 30 acres of lands, we have 5 pump sets. Good motor pump sets, electric pump sets are there. One advantage for me is the river Kaveri, which is coming from Karnataka and enters Tamil Nadu near my district. There is a dam called Mettur Dam. From Mettur Dam, my village is just 15 kilometers, 15. The Kaveri is flowing near my lands, just 2 furlongs away from my lands. That water, whenever throughout the year in Kaveri, water goes. Whenever water goes, my wells, they get percolation. Automatically the water level will go up. And I can proudly say in whole India, Tamil Nadu then government passed an order giving free power to all farmers, irrespective of their holdings, whether you own 2 acres or 20 acres. Ceiling is totally 30 acres. Nobody can have more than 30 acres. 30 standard acres. In the normal circumstances, maybe 45 ordinary acres. So because of this concession, we are not paying a single paise for electricity consumption. 24 hours we get power supply. Whenever we want, we can start it, we can switch off. So that facility is there. That one kind of encouragement. This message has to go to all other states. All others have to do like this. Another concession which attracted me is, in those days I noticed, for if it is a dry land, maybe the land tax may be less. If it is a cultivable wetland, say sugar cane, paddy, or banana, or coconut, or areca nut, we have to pay more to the government. That is called land tax. That also has been abolished. The credit goes to the then Chief Minister, Dr. Karunanidhi. Only during his period, these 2 concessions were made available to the farmers. So major burden has gone. So I decided I have to continue this farming because 2 reasons. One, 2 of my sons settled outside, various reasons, and I am having totally 30 acres of good land with 5 wells and pump set. So why should I leave it to some others and work in Delhi or Chennai after retirement. So I decided to continue. Suddenly in the month of August or first week of September, I received a request from our present PM that, sir, we want to utilize your service. Please accept our request. We are thinking of posting you as a governor of Kerala. So your neighbor land, language, no issue for you. Then I agreed. Though that was the first time a Chief Justice of India who headed the Supreme Court going for a governor of Kerala. Maybe judges of the Supreme Court, for example, Madam Justice Fatima Bibi from Kerala, she served as a judge of the Supreme Court. After retirement, she was appointed as a governor of Kerala for Tamil Nadu. Now recently also Abdul Nazir, recently retired as a judge of the Supreme Court, appointed as a governor of Andhra Pradesh, serving 3 months back. But I was the only Chief Justice of India. I went there, but I agreed. I maintained a good relationship with the elected government, either Congress or Marxists. That is immaterial for the governor. If they go within the constitutional provisions, the governor have to help them. So in that way, I completed my 5 years office. Governor is a chancellor of all universities in Kerala, 13 universities. I started by introducing Chancellor's Award just to encourage the university in a competitive way, academic side, discipline, employment opportunity. Likewise, a committee was formed. Every year I select a best university. Government agreed to give 5 crores to that university, 5 crores every year. 5 years went on well. So I don't know whether the same system is available now. Then after I demitted my office as Governor of Kerala on 5th September 2019, via Palakkad, by road I entered Tamil Nadu and entered my house. Thereafter I became a full-time farmer. I visited my farming, a 30 acres of land. At that time, in 10 acres, I planted sugar cane. It's a good variety. From my village, within 20 to 25 kilometers, there is a sugar factory started by a leading industrialist, Pollachi N. Mahalingam. Okay. With that, we made an agreement for we have to supply sugar cane to them. After 1 year or 10 months, they will come and cut the sugar cane. Through the lorry, they will transport. The transport, no charges, the company will take care of it. Only cutting charges we have to pay. Even then, unless you develop a good crop, unless you get 60 to 65 tons, metric tons of sugar cane, it may not be profitable for a farmer, because you have to do lot of expenditure for this. So even now I am continuing farming sugar cane. Then rest of 20 acres I want to modernize that. So first I want to plant. I consulted many agriculturists, then some persons familiar with the farming work, agriculture officers. They suggested coconut. For 10 acres, I purchased coconut saplings from Kasargod in Kerala, because there is a guest house inside, that is a central government coconut research station. I stayed, I went through the entire garden. Then I sought an advice from the officer. They suggested, sir, these seeds are suitable for your land. So I purchased, I issued a check at the same rate what the public used to purchase. 10 acres, the coconut that is called short and tall variety, Nettai Kuttai in Tamil we say, that is 4-year-old. Another 10 acres I purchased a little modern hybrid coconut from DJ farm from Madurai. That is also 3.5 years to 4 years. and I planted these coconut saplings in a distance of 27 feet, because in future, maybe after 5 years, I want to plant erica net in between the two coconut saplings, to coconut trees, so that I may get more income. But it should be after 5 years. That is what the experts advise. So I am thinking of maybe after some time, maybe after 6 months or 1 year, I have to purchase erica nut saplings. I may plant it. In that, in view of the labor problems now, I can proudly say, after the Right to Education Act, fortunately, all our families, whether poor or rich, or worker or male or female, they are sending their kids, they have to school. That is the provisions of the Act. But after completion of the school, nobody is willing to come and work in the farm. That is the problem. And some of the ladies are being utilized for Manrega. Manrega means Mahatma Gandhi Rural Employment Scheme. It is a very good scheme, may be beneficial to the farming, beneficial to those male and females who are not having much work in the village. So they have to clean the roadsides, public places, government places, etc. So by this method and by giving good education, nobody is coming for doing our farming work. Then I started modernizing my work. So from the well, through pipelines, I put a drip, introduced a drip irrigation. For a coconut tree, one drip will be there. All the pipelines go underneath, maybe 3 feet below the soil level, so that when you plow, it won't affect. Then this by putting one switch, it will go to 2 acres of land, drip irrigation. And in between, I said 27 feet gap is there. After some years, I may plant either erica nut or banana or lemon likewise. So for that, I have put a sprinkler. Sprinkler means 3 feet height pipe. Then at the top, there is a ring like this. Water will flow like this. So if everything is normal, by putting a one green button, within 2 hours, 2 acres of land, water will go to the respective crops without any disturbance.
So see sir, you see, because you found there is a labor problem, so you adopted modernization. Technology.
But not so easy, sir.
Yeah.
I spend lakhs and lakhs.
Okay.
Not so easy.
So
and one advantage for me, this I could have said earlier, in our state, maybe I am unaware of other state. If any farmer owns land, through cooperative society, village cooperative society, at that time it was 1 lakh, now they increased to 1,50,000. They are giving loan, this through cooperative society, without interest. Only condition, farmer has to show some proof that he is the owner of so much of land. That is available now in our village records. By getting a certificate, the amount will be sanctioned, sent to your account. We have to note down the date of disbursement. Within a year, we have to repay the principal amount. Otherwise, they will charge interest.
Okay. So if you pay in time, no interest.
Pardon? Yes.
Okay. Sir,
getting 1 lakh, now 1.5 lakhs for a farmer without interest is a good thing. Encouragement.